Hello, everyone. I hope all is well with you. I'm your host, Jocelyn, and welcome to What in the Black History. Hello, and welcome back. I do hope all is well with you. There is a very, very mild trigger warning for this episode only because there's a title of a book that uses a racial slur. Other than that, there is nothing else to worry about, but if you don't want to hear anything derogatory, then please skip this episode. This week's topic is Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory was an American comedian, civil rights activist, and spokesman for health issues who became nationally recognized in the 1960s for a biting brand of comedy that attacked racial prejudice. By addressing his hard-hitting satire to white audiences, he gave a comedic voice to the rising civil rights movement. In the 1980s, his nutrition business venture targeted unhealthy diets of Black Americans. He was born Richard Claxton Gregory on October 12th of 1932 in St. Louis, Missouri, and was the second of 6 children. At an early age, Gregory found the power of comedy to defend himself against childhood bullies. A product of humble beginnings, Gregory relied on his exceptional running skills at Sumner High School to eventually earn him a track scholarship at Southern Illinois University Carbondale. While attending Southern Illinois University Carbondale, Gregory set records as a half-mile and mile runner. Gregory's college education was put on hold when he was drafted into the United States Army. It was in the Army that Gregory first performed as a stand-up comedian, entering and winning several U.S. Army talent shows. After his military service ended, Gregory worked at the United States Post Office by day and by night performed as a comedian in several small black nightclubs. Gregory's big break came in 1961 at Hugh Hefner's Playboy Club in Chicago, where the comedian, as a replacement act, performed in front of a room of white executives visiting from the segregated South. Nonetheless, Gregory was a huge success and became a crossover star. The comedian had his run at the club extended by weeks and went on to become a national comedy headliner. That same year, Gregory made history when he appeared on Jack Parr's Tonight Show after making it clear he wanted to be invited to sit on the couch to chat with the host like white entertainers, becoming the first African American guest to do so. After his appearance, Gregory became a recurring guest on the show. He also released popular albums In Living Black and White in 1961 and Dick Gregory Talks Turkey in 1962. Around the time of Gregory's rise to fame, he began to involve himself in the civil rights movement and released his 1964 biography, Nigger. That book remains one of Gregory's best-known works in his more than a dozen releases. He also released over a dozen comedy albums, including one in 2016. His other books include No More Lies, The Myth and the Reality of American History in 1971, Dick Gregory's Natural Diet for Folks Who Eat, Cooking with Nature 1973, and the memoir Callous on My Soul in 2000. In the mid-1960s, Gregory became increasingly involved in the civil rights movement and spoke out against the war in Vietnam and government policy. In 1967, he decided to run against Mayor Richard Daley in Chicago. Though unsuccessful, Gregory pursued higher political positions and ran for President of the United States in 1968 as a write-in candidate for the Freedom and Peace Party. Gregory was eventually defeated, but efforts landed him on the list of President Nixon's political opponents. His experiences in the political arena inspired Gregory to write a book entitled Write Me In. In the early 1970s, Gregory abandoned comedy to focus on his political interests, which widened from race relations to include such issues as violence, world hunger, capital punishment, drug abuse, and poor health care. He generated particular attention for his many hunger fasts. At this time, he became a vegetarian, a marathon runner, and an expert on nutrition. He soon began a successful business venture with his nutritional product, the Bahamian Diet, around which he built Dick Gregory Health Enterprises Incorporated. Through his company, he targeted the lower life expectancy of Black Americans, which he attributed to poor nutrition and drug and alcohol abuse. In 1999, Gregory was diagnosed with lymphoma but refused chemotherapy and instead turned to diet and alternative treatments. The cancer went into remission. In 2004, Gregory was listed as number 81 on Comedy Central's list of the 100 greatest stand-up comedians of all time, and also has his own star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame. He died on August 19th of 2017 at the age of 84. And that is the end of the episode this week. I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and I hope that you'll join me next week. And until then, keep glowing and keep growing. Bye. Thank you for joining me today on What in the Black History. If you enjoyed the show, please leave a 5-star rating on Spotify to help the show grow. You can also help the show grow by telling your friends, family, and coworkers to listen in. Stream What in the Black History on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And if you have any suggestions on little-known Black history facts that you think that I should do, email me at whatintheblackhistory@gmail.com. Bye.